There's the new Tiger Sport 800. And we've got a couple projects we're working on today. We're going to put panniers on, and we're going to put fog lights on. The fun part of, for me at least, accessorizing my bike is the fact that I can accessorize. There's the Fobo. There's the Peak Design phone holder. Very good. Very easy to use. Comes off just as easy. Peak Design makes it. They do a great job. Best thing to do for yourself before you get started on any project with Triumph Genuine Accessories is to download the instructions. And if you go to the website triumphinstructions.com, you'll be able to download for this particular model all the instructions, and this is quite detailed, step-by-step instructions. Hardware is down there. And over yonder are the two Triumph Panniers. So bear with me and we'll get through the installation process on the 2025 Tiger Sport 800. They call it the third mount, and it goes back here behind the passenger footrest. There are two threaded holes, and you may be able to see it on the other side. But two threaded holes that accept these sliding collars. So the trick is not to lose them. Already put a dab of Loctite on. And let's see if we can get these in there without dropping. I imagine I can put this after. So let's get these two in. Back to 12mm bolts are in. They suggest or require or are required to be loose because this will slide to get the pannier adjustment right. And in the back you put one of these lock nuts. And you've got 4mm hex head. That you don't want tight either, with 10mm in the back. Doing at once. These are the panniers, and this is the right side. I've just unlocked with the key. This pulls up, giving you the ability to put in to these two receptacles and then measure the third support for final mounting. So let's get that in. The pannier on, and then what you're going to do is measure from here to here, and we need to get 20 millimeter distance. That's more like that. Let's check with the ruler. Looks about right. And we are going to tighten it down. The right side pannier is installed. I think the directions are unclear about the spacing for the third mount. You mount by putting into the built-in receptacles there all the way back. The instructions don't mention put it all the way forward and then take your measurement. So that would be something that y'all would need to do. Otherwise, they work great. They lock, unlock. Plenty of room in here. Look, the new look, the bike with the panniers installed. Good size luggage for nice long trips. Good packing, looks like. The next step is for today is to install the Triumph fog lights. So in order to install the fog lights, this lower panel comes off. I've had it off before. It just pops with fingernails underneath. Little hooks. Maybe 5 millimeter. And once this gets unscrewed, this panel will also come off. Oh, too easy. With fingernails. So I'm going to let this hang gently. I know we have the plug for that here. Okay. Oh, and this comes out. And this does. Side. And we've got to take off this little access panel here. So this will make this slide down or release. And fog light installed. Got to make sure that the E is on the top which I'm going to grab a flashlight and verify, but you've got 3 button head screws holding the bracket on, and then we're going to route the wiring. Wiring is routed, provided clips are in place to hold the wires. Plug and play. Got to put the center screw in. Together fits nicely. Fog lights look good. Fit nicely in that spot, and they're still loose, so I'll be able to aim them. There are the lights installed. I'll show you where the switch is. Switch sits up there. Nice and easy to get to. It shines green when you manual, so I had to really dig for where this switch plugs in, and it is sitting back here underneath this panel. In order to get to this panel, you have to take off this panel and this panel, as well as this panel. So quite a bit of things to remove, and without knowing where everything was located, it was a little hit or miss. Almost give up, but I persevered. The lights look like in the front.